Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Onyx, and I'm your chief show attendant. On behalf of the two hosts and the rest of the crew, welcome aboard Weird Wednesday Flight number 13, non-stop, from your current location to parts unknown. Our flight will be in about 2 hours, and we'll be flying at the speed of sound. At this time, make sure your seat backs and tray tables are in their full upright position, and that your seat belt is currently fastened. Enjoy the ride.
What's up, everybody? How's it going?
Going good.
Going good. Hey, the sound works. I'm just happy.
Yeah. He had the cold sweats right before the show, people. Because he's like,
Yep.
oh, the mute button. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
No reason
I know
to
what I'm doing.
panic.
Not really. I just fake it. So we got a few people in the chat room already. That's cool. You seen the the news today from Michigan?
Yeah.
People are going crazy, man. I got a couple of little news clips from that. And, I think we got a couple of Florida man stories, as usual.
Did you see the meme I sent you earlier?
Yeah.
I saw somebody shared that. It needs to be a Netflix series, Florida Man.
Exactly. It could be. It could be.
He couldn't write that stuff.
I mean, after the Tiger King show that's on Netflix, Florida Man could fully be a Netflix.
I met him. Did I ever tell you guys I met him? Have I ever?
Did you
I
really?
keep forgetting. Yeah, I met him working at my store a few years ago. Yeah. He was shopping in my store. I didn't know who he was. I mean, I don't think anybody knew who he was at that time. This was like 2 years ago. But I'm like, God, this guy's a wackadoodle. Had no idea this guy was going to be on a TV show. And I'm like, yeah, I know that guy. I'm like, oh my God, seriously? This is like a theme? I know that guy. He was a complete wackadoodle. How does he get a show? How does that guy get a show? I guess I just got to be complete bleep show.
Yeah.
That's how you get famous now. You just got to be a complete bleep show. Everybody. I don't really want to be famous, though. I just want the money. That'd be great.
Exactly.
Of course, what did he do with it? He's sitting in jail, isn't he?
Yep.
Yeah, FBI.
Still haven't watched it.
Me neither. And
I've
I
actually met the
not.
guy and haven't watched it. I told my wife we're going to get really stoned or drunk one night and we're just going to watch it.
Yeah.
It's got to be some kind of form of illicit drug or alcohol to be able to sit through it. But maybe we'll get a laugh.
At this point, I reach for views. I just seen the memes. I saw like the last known picture of Baskin's husband. It was like a tiger taking a shit. Like, that's about all I know about it. Like, I'm not going to get sucked into this.
Yeah. I was extremely bored and we started watching it. And then I'm like, well, I'm this far in. I got to see it to the end now.
That's what I'm afraid is going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah, the whole way through it, I'm like, what a shit show. And I'm like, is everybody like in this big cat community? They all seem kind of like wackadoodles.
Like I said,
drugs are bad.
Yeah, man, it is. Yeah. Wow.
All right, kids, for Dare today, we're going to watch The Tiger King.
Yeah.
Don't do drugs.
There's some people doing some really creative, funny stuff, though, like videos, reenact. I mean, everybody's home and bored right now, so there's been some really funny.
I'm responsibly watching. I'm not watching Tiger King. I'm watching Paranormal 911, Haunted Hospitals. That's what I'm watching. I'm just watching all these haunted documentary shows. And Liam, my 4-year-old, is like, I like documentaries. I like these shows. And sits there and watches them with me.
Nice.
That's too cool. I've been binge watching and catching up on like Bravo Housewife trash TV.
I can't do the trash. I mean, I have my paranormal trash TV, I guess, but these are actually some good stories. And some of those people, I'm like, I've had them on my show. You know,
yeah, exactly.
What's the Paranormal 911?
That one came out, I think, this last year, and it's all first responders and police officers, you know, with cases of the paranormal they dealt with. So a lot of people going like, you know, do you think it's either they're possessed or that, you know, but you know, it looks more like possession to them. So stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, my favorite one is the woman who. She's in she's by herself. Ambulance driver shows up. They had gotten this call, and the car's over the cliff at the bottom, and she hears a man coming. Come help us! Come help us! And she goes down to these woods down there, and she finds a little baby in the car, and the driver and somebody's like walking around telling her, you know, help her, and she goes and gets the baby and realizes there's nobody else there. The guy's dead in the car and been dead, and somehow called 911 even though he'd been dead, died instantly in the accident.
Wow.
I may have to check that out.
Yeah, Amazon Prime, if you got it, it's free on there. That's what I've been watching it on.
No, I don't have Amazon Prime.
They have that and Haunted Hospitals. I already finished. There's only one season of that, and there's one season of this other show called Haunted Hospitals. I've been watching. It's been pretty good.
What's that about?
It's all about funeral homes, hospitals, morgues that have paranormal stuff. I bet it's the same producers.
Operating?
Yeah. No. Well, yeah, it's all people's stories from working in hospitals or morgues and all that.
But are they still like functioning hospitals right now?
Yeah, it's their stories. Well, maybe some of them are now. Who knows? But it's their stories that, you know, some of these stories took place 20 years ago. Some of them happened a few years ago. You know, it's all different people's encounters or working in hospitals or, like I said, funeral homes with paranormal encounters, you know.
Yeah, I have to check that one out too. And what were you saying about Michigan? Was it Michigan?
Oh, yeah. Well, I could play that first. It's only a couple of minutes long. But, yeah, apparently, you know, Michigan's mayor, well, I forget what her first name is, Whitmore.
Governor.
What's it? What is it?
Governor Whitmore.
Yeah, governor, sorry. Yeah, she's gone, I don't know. Everybody thinks she's gone a little overboard in Michigan. And, you know, Michigan has a lot of cases of COVID-19, no doubt about it. And she's doing the whole stay-at-home thing. And it's gone to the extent of, you know, like certain things that are non-essential you can't buy in the store. One of them being an American flag.
Seeds.
Yeah.
Plant seeds. That to me
seeds,
is wrong.
Baby car seats, anything to do with stuff like that.
Well, you can order it.
Yeah, that's true.
Pick it up.
Once you're in the store, who gives a shit what you're buying? I mean, really? Right. You know, I mean, if they're going to let you in the store.
Well, what does ordering it do? They has to send a delivery driver out. That still is causing some kind of form of contamination. You know, somebody getting contaminated.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter. It does. She's overstepped. And the people that are doing the protests, you know, I get it, but this may be a little early yet to be protesting. I get it. You know, I don't think they should be protesting to have Michigan reopened at the moment.
Yeah.
But I think it should be telling her, hey, you need to chill out and not go over your power, your executive governor power in this state. That's what I see. The problem is a bunch of mayors and governors who, because of this, are overstepping their actual legal authority, and our own government too. That's my biggest worry. I said this on Heather Wade's show on Monday night, is that we're going to completely overstep. Our government's going to overstep their authority, and next thing you know, we got microchips. They're tracking all of our movement. We're looking like we're some Black Mirror episode.
Oh yeah,
social credit with a coronavirus credit, a score of like your low risk, medium risk, or high risk crap. That's what I fear.
Yep. Yeah. Well, I just happened to be on Facebook today, and I was like clicking around, and what else am I doing? And I found this, and then I swiped a few video clips and a couple of pictures from it. So here it is. Called Operation Gridlock today, and I'll talk about it after this.
At least protesters are wearing masks. Some of them, maybe. Some of them.
We're not what? We want to work. What'd you say? We are not welfare recipients. So you're saying we all bust our ass our whole life just to get here and be told we can't work? Exactly. Come from nothing, trying to live the American dream? You are forcing small businesses out of business, Governor. We will not comply. You need to stay in. You stay home. Thank you. We're going to work. We're done with you, Governor. There's 6,000 people on here. Nice.
A couple of the news reports I saw today said, several hundred people were protesting in Michigan. And, there's more than
a little more than several hundred, but that's your media's math,
Yep.
Who's ready to stand defiant against this governor and open up business tomorrow? Don't wait, don't beg, don't ask. Just open up the business tomorrow. They don't care about you. We don't care about them. Shut down the government and open up this country. We'll feed ourselves and take care of our own families. They've spent us into oblivion and they've stolen our liberties.
Oh, thank you, Jennifer. That's a true honor.
Exactly. Yeah, this was from some live video that was like basically when this was start. It was supposed to start at noon, but people showed up way earlier. And then here's pictures from inside stores.
Yeah, it's just pure stupidity.
Yeah.
But I'm saying I will say going out in masses of 6,000 people to protest right now, maybe a little soon.
Yeah.
Maybe a little soon, especially without masks and everything. This is the problem I see, Rob. This is why I hate this whole thing and why I stay off social media. I don't like to talk about it because you got one side that wants to, this is the end of the world and everybody needs to stay home and lock down and let's, totally give all of our rights away to the government, which drives me nuts. But then you have the other side of it that wants to be like, it's all fake news and there's no virus. It's just the flu and blah, blah, blah. I can't stand either side. You're both freaking wrong. You're both freaking wrong. It is bad. It's not as bad as one side says, but it's definitely bad. Don't listen to the other side that says, oh, everything's going to be all right. Let's just go back to work.
Yeah.
There's no middle ground anymore. There's no discussion. It's just you're either on this side or you're on that side. Yeah. And both sides are complete idiots. So I'm not on either of their sides.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to protect my damn family, do what I can to make it through.
Yeah. I mean, on one hand, I get the safety view of it, of, everybody staying at home. That's obvious. But then, I also I have several friends here that have small businesses and they're like, dude, I'm done. I'm done. We're closing. There's a big ass restaurant here. I heard rumors today that they're done. I don't know if it's true or not, but I know several other places, a couple of coffee shops, a couple of restaurants. And
I'm work for a business as a corporation.
Yeah.
Retail. And I'm worried about them being done. You know?
That was already
or at least in my store
like
location.
before this.
That was already it was already a fear before this. You know, just because I'm a worrywart and I fear everything, but but no, this is what this just drives me nuts. Though is because it is serious, but at the same time, there is an agenda that's never let a good crisis go to waste. Right?
Yeah.
There's an agenda, and I don't. Why are we listening to people like Bill Gates? I mean, he has no business in this. Why has he ever gotten interested in vaccines? Well, because he already did the monopoly thing and got big trouble for that.
Yeah.
And so I'm done with software. I'm going to go to vaccines. That's really going to be lucrative. Why is that going to be lucrative, Bill Gates? At the same time, his flunkies at Microsoft are putting the queen of Satanists up in their virtual reality commercial. And, they had to take that down after 24,000 dislikes and only 800 likes and a bunch of comments they had to shut down and everything.
Yeah.
People generally a little bit concerned with you, Microsoft, when you put a spirit cooker is like eating fetuses, pretending eating fetuses. Let's pretend with John Podesta and other celebrities like Lady Gaga. Yeah, we're not into that.
Yeah.
You're only giving more credence to the people wearing the tinfoil hats over in the other corner. I'm just telling you, Microsoft. Thank you very much.
But hey, like I always say, where's the best place to hide stuff? Right in plain view. Just let's throw it out there. People believe it or they won't. Who cares?
That's what I say. I'm not against vaccines. I think there's reasons to have vaccines and everything, but there's also an argument that there are vaccines out there that are not good for you either. Or that that there's no penalty to a vaccine company to release something that's not ready or could kill you. They don't have to care about it. They're not going to get sued.
Yeah.
Look into it, people. They don't have to worry about it.
Something else in there.
I'm for vaccine for this. If they make it, test it, and do it right. Let's not rush it. But we don't have to shut down the country either until then.
Yeah.
They want. According to Bill Gates, we got to wait 6 months.
Yeah.
I'm no.
Awful funny that Bill stepped down from Microsoft.
It would be at least a year and a half.
Yeah. Well, that was the plan.
Yeah. Exactly.
And that seems even fast.
Yeah, the money trail, always find the money.
Yeah,
all the money. Jim Mars used to say that. Rest in peace, Jim. I would love to hear what you would have to say right now, Jim Mars.
And Jennifer, I was thinking the same thing about Kevin the other day, that, oh man, if I wouldn't want to pick somebody's brain right now,
I
would just...
He would have been on my show already.
Yeah.
Talking about
sure. Yeah.
We already had a special with him.
My phone is cooking right now for no reason.
Yeah. Yeah, I think there's a master plan behind all. I don't think it's just an accident that just
it's not just the virus.
Got to deal with it.
The whole they did this because of the economy, like Jim is saying. I can see that argument, but if this is some conspiracy, which I don't buy into any conspiracy, I have to have proof. I believe we asked the right questions. We need to ask questions. The thing is, if this was a conspiracy, if this was like this whole virus thing was a whole conspiracy, it was in plan before Trump was a thought of ever being president. This has been in a plan. And I said this years ago. I said, if they were going to put in a new world order, a virus would be the perfect way to do it.
Yeah.
A global pandemic.
Yeah. I remember our Doomsday show on Paranormal Soup, a year or two ago.
Bill brought it up. I forgot to mention. Bill brought it up first. Said it, but that's what I said. It's if you ever want a new world order, it's going to be a pandemic.
Yeah, I mean,
yep.
That's always been my thought too. Is nuclear this, bombs that, whatever, blah blah blah. I mean, a virus will just do it. You'll just do it. It'll just do it. It'll do it itself.
Fear.
Yeah,
that's how we give away everything is fear, and some point we got to get over it, and we got to go back to work.
Making people turn against each other, distracting them with all sorts of other stuff, and getting people to turn on one another.
Yeah. Well, speaking of vaccines and drugs,
I'm trying to get back in the comments.
There's this guy.
That wind, man, it really likes to plant evidence on people.
Yep. Yeah.
Just like those demons that like to, wreck
demons
cars,
that tell you to steal the car. Yeah. Well, this Florida man says,
dude, the wind blew the cocaine in my car, man. What about the crack pipe? Oh, no, that's mine, man. I'm only on a crack. I'm on crack, man.
A crack pipe also found during a traffic stop, police say. Fort Pierce, Florida. The darn wind is always causing trouble, especially for the Florida man. A man pulled over by police in Fort Pierce last month claimed cocaine residue found inside a Budweiser can, along with a crack pipe, was blown there by the wind.
Bud and cocaine, man. It's the American man, right?
Exactly.
That was one gust of wind.
Yeah, Joseph Zach, 37, appeared to be trying to discard an item when he was stopped for failing to pause at a stop sign. You know, if you're driving around with a crack pipe and a beer in your car and you come up on a stop sign, you should stop. Just saying, you know, I mean, don't give them a reason to pull you over. But when the cops
stopping for losers, man.
At the stop sign?
Yeah, I guess if you're high enough on crack that, you know, you don't have to stop, maybe. I don't know.
Probably have to see the stop sign, but that's probably an issue when you're high on crack.
I probably thought he was stopped.
But according to him, the wind blew it there, or the police put it there. That's what he told the officer. So, you know, could happen, I suppose. Be a far stretch, but I think I had this one on the show already once.
Yes.
Yeah, we did have that one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, let me move to the next one.
I can't get into comments for a couple of minutes. I have to let my phone cool. I don't know what's up.
This lady found a rusty plate on the beach and brought it home. This happened. It was almost a year ago, last April. And she thought it was just a rusty thing that she found on the beach, brought it home, and then later learned that it was a landmine that she had sitting in her house for almost the last year. Strange things you can find on the beach in Florida.
Yeah, a landmine.
You know,
it could have been that, or I don't know, drugs, but
yeah, it's usually, you know, they're called square grouper here after a big storm, but.
Like it already deployed or like went off. It wasn't live still, right?
I don't know. They didn't say in the article.
That's kind of terrifying.
Yeah. But you know,
well, in England they have a ton. In France,
their dog.
In France, there's still places where they could find munitions and stuff like that from World War II.
I think there's a bunch of places they have to send things out all the time, like Vietnam too, right? Like there's still all sorts of crap out there.
Yeah.
That they have to try, like landmine. They have charity groups that go out to clean up the landmines.
Yeah, like, you know, I got into that whole magnet fishing thing, and I haven't pulled up, you know, any artillery or anything like that, but I have pulled up several knives and some weird looking instruments. But
Princess Diana was a big supporter of that. She funded or helped. It was like one of the first big celebrities to help get the movement going to get rid of landmines left over from wars.
Yeah.
Stuff.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, I know people have pulled up, you know, some pretty sketchy stuff, you know, here in Florida doing that. But I mean, it's not like, you know, over in the UK and stuff, they pull that kind of stuff up all the time.
It might blow up.
Yeah.
It might blow up. It has. Remember, I had an article about one blowing up in a town.
Yeah, I mean, you can go on YouTube and look up, you know, magnet fishing and over in the UK, and they pull up all kinds of crap out of that water. Guns, ammunition, bombs, mines, safes, missiles.
I want you to get a little treasure box with like coins from the shipwrecks, the gold coins.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, so you need to find a little treasure box.
I did watch one video. A guy was magnet fishing in an old well and pulled up a can full of money, basically. And I don't know how much was in it.
Or paper money.
It was old coins and stuff.
Yeah, paper money would be screwed.
Yeah.
That was always like in the back of my head of like the best of the best thing I could find when I used to do all sorts of like metal detecting and treasure hunting, geocaching.
Yeah. Yeah, I found some weird stuff geocaching too. I've been trying to get back into that. I was just getting back.
Now's not the time.
I know. I was gonna say. I was just getting back into it, and then all this happened, and I'm like, yeah, maybe it won't be like.
Hey, coronavirus, I have to work. I can go geocache. No, shit.
Yeah, exactly.
And it is all in the middle of parks. Well, they're closed.
Yeah.
I had a white metal detector with a extra coil of gold coil, so I could go out to gold country out here, and we had a couple high bankers, loose boxes, and a full-on dredge, and take it out there. But then go around looking for quartz pieces with gold and everything.
Ah, cool.
That was good times.
Yeah, there's a guy that I've seen that metal detects at some like swimming holes and stuff, and he'll go there after the weekend and stuff like that when it's been really busy in the summer, and he finds all kinds of stuff like jewelry and phones and just you name it. A lot of the springs here too will people go in, and lose stuff along the way, and yeah, all the metal detector guys are out there Monday morning.
Bottle digging was a lot of fun too, like old bottles.
Oh yeah.
And you got to San Francisco where some of the dump sites are, or when they tear the streets up, and you take like the long poles, and then you go out like in the salt marshes and just kind of smack the pole down until you hit glass. Beautiful glass.
Show me how you did that
bottles.
again, Jamie. Sorry, it's late at night. My brain turns into an 8-year-old's humor.
Hey, mine stays there.
And Oakland bricks was another thing. I never found an Oakland brick, but if you get a Hayward or Oakland brick, those are supposed to be worth a lot of money.
Yeah, I used to do a lot of bottle digging here when I was a kid growing up. There was a couple places that were just chock full of stuff. And I found some really cool bottles. I found tons of, just everyday average old bottles, but I found a couple that were like really high dollar, really collectible kind of stuff.
And you lay them out in the sun, let them sun bleach them.
Yeah, actually, the last, I forget what, I think, I don't know what happened to the last batch of bottles I had. I had a batch of bottles that somebody had given us, and I traded some of those to my cousin for that big megalodon tooth that I have.
Didn't you get rid of a bunch too when you cleaned out your garage?
Yeah, those are some of them. Yep.
My ex-husband got all the good ones. My favorite was the blue glass, like the cobalt glass or the purple glass.
Oh,
and
yeah.
He got to keep all of those.
Yeah, like Jim's saying here, Kingsley Lake, that place used to be like a super hot spot for the weekends. The place would just be packed with people.
Or like I would find old maps of Livermore when it was Harrisville. Find out where the old properties were, the old foundations, where the outhouses were and everything.
Yeah.
And then if you could find an outhouse, they would drop the whiskey bottles down there, all the chains and stuff with all their pockets, belt buckles, all that. Found some stuff, but never anything like exciting. But the coins and those type things and buttons I always wanted to get.
Yeah.
But you're like digging through like old poop.
But it's like mud by then. By then it's just like dirt.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. But I'll dig in old shit for like a $300 piece of silver. Yeah. I'll be back flipping in it.
Yeah. Digging off Palmer Street, Jen. No, I used to where the Prosperity, well, whatever it is now, Ameris Bank up there on US 1, right around Orange Street. I used to pull tons and tons and tons of stuff out of there way back in the day. And yeah, I've dug other spots as well, but that one was when I was growing up as a kid, before all that stuff was there. That place, I heard it was an old dump or something like that. And man, it was just chock full of stuff. It was crazy. Cool.
Yeah, I might be able to get in here.
Well, cool. What do we want to do first? Some ghost boxing or what?
So did you send Tyler?
Oh yeah, we got him.
As I say, yeah.
You want to send him the link?
Do you need me to?
Oh yeah, if one of y'all could shoot it over to him, that'd be awesome. I got a later when we do the ghost box. I've never been like one for like celebrity ghost boxing, but
Me neither.
But I did. Ulrich commented on my David Bowie song YouTube video, and he was talking about David Bowie, and being the day he died, there was some UFO footage of the moon and a UFO, and he was talking about how Bowie was kind of a shamanic type, mystical figure, anyways. And I figured, hey, let's try to see if we can get him on the ghost box.
Oh, David Bowie? Heck yeah, man. I mean, did you ever see the movie Prestige?
Yeah.
And he played Tesla in that?
Yep.
You remember? I always thought that was really interesting because you know what him and Tesla had in common?
What's that?
They both had a horrible fetish, or not fetish. I shouldn't say it's a fetish, a paranoia syndrome. I forget what you call it, where they had to bottle up their poop and save it.
Really?
Useless fact for you to know, but I always thought it interesting.
Yeah,
I always wondered if that's why he took that part, because Tesla and him had very similar. There's a point in David Bowie's life where he thought witches were out after his hair and his poop, just like Tesla did.
Yeah, yeah. I do remember reading something about that now. Yeah.
You hear my washer singing in the background? I'm sorry.
I don't hear it.
Okay. It makes a song.
Yeah, we're waiting. We're gonna get Tyler to pop on here, and he's got a.
But I mean, David Bowie was definitely somebody open to the idea of the weird and unusual. I mean, look, The Man Who Fell to Earth. You ever seen that movie?
Yeah.
He wasn't the greatest actor, but never mind. Labyrinth, Academy Award winning.
Oh yeah.
My wife hates that movie.
Yeah, he could be watching right now. I've had Bowie playing most of the day, and I was just watching a documentary on him right before the show, and I fell asleep and was kind of dreaming about it. So hopefully, that little bit of spiritual channeling works. We'll find out in a bit.
You have the phone line working for people to call in?
Yep, I do.
Cool.
Well, I say I do,
If not, you got mine as a backup tonight.
Okay, cool.
Tyler's backstage.
There he is. What's up, dude?
What's up? This is an honor. This is such an honor. So, how are you guys doing today?
We're doing. I'm doing. Haven't been doing much, but I'm doing it.
I'm suffering through the coronavirus. I have to go to work every day, and I wear masks. I wear 2 of them.
You doing Amazon?
Yep. I can't really go further into it because of the company policy.
Oh,
but
sorry. Yeah. We'll leave it alone. We'll just stay there. You go to work.
Yep. So it's pretty awesome though. It's going good.
Cool.
Look, Tyler, you got a job now working, and I don't.
Neither do I.
Well, it's I gotta do what I gotta do here.
Yeah.
So I've been really entwined with messing with ghost boxes myself, but not as much. And I'm in a house that has protection spells in it on the doors.
Aha.
So that means don't be doing ghost box inside that house. Make those protections worthless.
Who put the protection spells up?
This guy, his mom taught him the spells.
That lives there now?
Yeah, that's where I'm staying at now. I didn't know what it was, and I was staring at it. I'm like, I was saying it over and over and over, reading it in my head, and I was like, man, what did I just read? Is something bad gonna happen? No, he said, no, those are protection spells. You know, the ABR, and it's like a series. It's kind of cool. And you can totally tell, like, the atmosphere is totally different in this house compared to another place. So,
like good, bad, or
good energy.
You know, until after tonight.
Well, yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. Maybe.
I'm not at my mom and dad's house, so.
And I do ghost boxing.
What was that?
I'm not at my mom and dad's house where a man died inside the house. Yeah. His name was Bob, and we feel like he's still inside that house. Like every now and then, checks in on the house and see what mom's doing to it.
I got a Bob in mine too. He died right outside the house, but he built this house.
Oh wow!
Bill's the one that hangs out at my house. Still haven't figured out if it's my Uncle Bill or Debbie's grandfather Bill, or maybe it's both.
Yeah. And I've got my doppelganger family member that we don't know who it is.
So, yeah. So, bringing that up. That's crazy that I found that picture again and was like, whoa, this is it. This is what ran.
So this is what it looked like?
Yeah, exactly. Like, it all
Tyler,
like running, but faster, like stance. Right. Like, I don't.
All right. So we know the story because you told it on my show a couple times. You came on with Linda Godfrey, was on and told the story, and she was fascinated by it because it reflected other people's experiences on the same road. So let him. I'm sorry, I'm taking over here, Rob, because this is a good story.
I was getting there.
Yeah. Yeah. But I didn't want him to get ahead of it.
Yeah.
Go ahead and tell the story.
So, like, pretty much, like, my aunt lived in that town. It's in Evansville, Wisconsin. There's a stretch of road. It's called Wary Road. It's kind of an eerie feeling going on it because it is a narrow road with trees that are like a canopy. And when you get all the way down to it, there's a hill, and it drops down, and then there's a sign that says you gotta turn like immediately. So if you're going 45, 50 miles an hour down that road, I tell people all the time, you're gonna die. The wrong driver can't handle that. And so you have to take it kind of easy. So they always claim that there's a woman in white that roams down that street. And there's other claims too, like Bigfoot and Dogman. And I didn't know none of this stuff until what happened to me with my then girlfriend. We were driving home. It was really, really dark. And I'm a backseat driver, especially if I'm not driving. I stay awake and I pan and make sure nothing's coming out, just have that lookout. And so I'm panning and she's paying attention way ahead. She's in her own little zone driving, and out of the corner of my eye, I see something running, and it had a glow on it, and it ran really fast and right from the other lane. So it had a whole lane to run before it hit us. And it was about and she drove an S10. So if you know the size of an S10, up to the lights, it was that big. And there was no thud, there was nothing. Maybe before it hit us, it spun out, but there's no way, because it looked like it was coming straight for us. And she swerved into the other lane and stopped. And I'm like, what was that? She goes, I think that was a really, really big raccoon. I'm like, no, that was not a raccoon. That was a dog, and it looked like a man because see how the picture is, the stance. That's how it was running. It wasn't running like a dog on four legs. It looked like it was running like that.
Yeah, that's a little.
No, this is the Michigan. This is the Michigan Dogman.
Well, Weary World's Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Right. So
yeah,
I mean,
but this is. I
Michigan
mean,
Dogman. It's got popular. It's a Dogman's been seen in a lot of different places. A lot of people know the Michigan Dogman story, but with Linda Godfrey, it really started in the Beast of Bray Road, where she got it. Had to start having the Dogman sightings. It's a lot of places. I mean, what I found interesting, you talked about the Bigfoot sightings, the ghost sightings. Was there UFO sightings there too?
That I don't know of. But
because the reason I asked, Tyler, is very similar. You know, these kind of things are all, you know, seen in certain spots in the world, like Skinwalker Ranch.
Yeah.
You know, where there's like an open portal for these different things to come through.
And yeah, and I never really paid attention to the skies like that down there. Or I mean up in Wisconsin like I do down here. But maybe, I don't know, because look, it had a glow on it, like an aura.
Yeah, you said a glow. So what was the glow? Was it, what is it,
Maybe
whitish?
It
They have a color.
Yeah,
well, I was gonna say, what was
white.
the color of the glow? Was it white?
It was more of like a yellow color to it, like dirty smoke. You know,
are you seeing it through a windshield? Are you seeing it through a windshield?
Yeah, and I'm seeing it through a windshield.
It could be the lights reflecting off of what its fur. If its fur was shiny and the haze in the windshield make it appear like it glows. But the fact that if it was glowing might be evidence that this is something like interdimensional. You know.
I mean, I didn't manifest it with my mind. I don't know if maybe that was possible, but
I doubt it. I doubt that. I mean, why would you be thinking about Dogmen?
And then also because she can claim it too. She will talk about it, and she doesn't like talking about it because people think she's crazy. You know, Dogman. What's Dogman? Like and people are like, yeah, okay. It's frightening. It was definitely something scary that happened, and it really made me think, oh my gosh, what is that thing? And then I understand that he likes fear. And one of my friends that I know, his brother I was talking about the story in Wary Road, and before I even told him my other account, to seeing him again in a different part of the country, he starts talking about, and I said, no way, because I was playing Pokemon Go on that trail there, and something came running through, and it looked like a dog. And yeah, and that trail is a Native American trail. So I feel as if Dogman is tied in with a lot of the Native American mythology, where certain tribal members actually wore coats of wolves, and those were the people that were they can have eternal life. You know, they never age. They can't die unless you sever their heads. That's all I pretty much know about. I've been asking a lot of the Native Americans here about Dogman and their beliefs. So, you know,
you can find evidence of what Dogman is maybe in other belief systems. I mean, you look at the Egyptians with Anubis. A man with a dog's head, could be a correlation. Then you look at the what they did in different cultures, like the Celts, or they even in England later on, the influence of the Celts on the Europeans, and that them wearing wolf skin to have the power of the wolf. There's a lot of different things throughout culture of this, that could point to some evidence of man's knowledge of dogman in the past.
And it's a Chapman. Magic was around back in those days. People believed it, and weird experiments happened too. So it's a mixture of wonder.
My idea is my ongoing theory about a possibility what dogman can be is it goes back to my shadow person experience, that it fed off my fear and anxiety. I believe there could be interdimensional or entities that are outside our spectrum that we can't see that feed off these human energies. And if they feed off of excitement and fear, this particular kind of entity feeds off of this instantaneous, oh my God, what is that fear? The best way to do that is appear as some kind of grueling monster.
Yeah.
And to get their fix. And then they'd be in a certain location where they roam, where they get people once in a while and siphon this energy from us, the shock or fear.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, because I do have some fears. I do got a lot. I'm not scared of giant water slides and roller coasters and jumping off a cliff, and
everybody's gonna be scared at that, running at them in the middle of the night. Everybody.
Whoa.
Everybody's gonna tinkle themselves a little bit, or more.
We drove home silent, and we didn't say nothing to each other the entire trip back home. And then I sat down, and then that's when I popped that picture and I showed it, and she goes, I was like, yeah, this is Dogman. She goes, dude, no one's gonna believe this. I said, and then like I said earlier, and I said exactly to her, I said, you know what's awesome about this? You're my witness to it. And my nickname is Trip. People think I'm a little crazy sometimes. I say some of the weirdest things, random stuff, because I have ADHD. But this was one of icing on the cakes for me in my life. Like, as far as acknowledging that I see things that most people can't see. I always was scared. I lived in a house that used to be an old tractor factory back in World War II, and I would see things in the basement. I'll see people working, and Mom will find me underneath the coffee table upstairs sleeping, because I'm like, nope, I'm not hanging out down there. You guys can have your room down there. I'm good. I want to be up here.
What were they working on?
Just just tractors, and just looked like they were just just working.
Like
they never stopped. Yep. In quarantine.
Residual haunting going on there,
What did you say? Goodwill haunting?
Residual haunting.
Oh.
Yeah, this picture, I've told the story on here several times, but I saw something really similar to this. I at the time wasn't thinking Dogman or anything, but if this thing was to stand up, on two legs, I was in the graveyard one night here, just down the road from my house, and two other people were with me, and there was three of us all together, and I was running a ghost box and just, normal ghost box session, blah, 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 nothing really happening. It was kind of slow. And, the other two people that were with me, they got really quiet, and I'm just kind of doing my own thing. And right about that time, I look up, and one of them's tapping me on the shoulder, and she's going, Rob. And I look up, and this big, tall, black something is coming right towards us. I thought it was like a big ass person, coming at us or something. And as it got closer, I could see how tall it was. And I mean, I don't get scared in, graveyards in the middle of the night. And I mean, I've been doing it forever. It's just the way it is, nothing really freaks me out. This like freaked me out because what I was seeing, I know I was seeing it. And there was 2 other people there that saw the exact same thing. And just like you're saying, Tyler, on our ride home, we weren't even talking. We were all too freaked out to even talk about it. And then we got to a restaurant later on and we kind of sat down and had a beer and we all saw the same thing. And I'm not saying it was a dog man, but I thought it was more of a shadow man type thing or whatever. But it definitely put a fear in me when I saw it.
It's nice you had the validation of hearing from other people too. So then you're not thinking, was it all in my head? And
yeah.
But the thing is, the shadow person experience is why I related to it is it fed off a lot of the similar things. And mine was like a constant attack. This, some people say demonic, but if there's unseen entities out there, they might appear as black shadows. They're waiting to become the Pillsbury Doughman or whatever the Stay Puft Marshmallow Men. Sorry, Ghostbusters. They're waiting to become your form of your destructor. Huh?
Did your shadow person have like a snout or anything like that?
Okay, there's one, not during the main time I was facing it. It was years later, not many years. It was a few years later. I was married, our first apartment house, and I was really sick, really sick, like the flu, super bad. And I was just like huddling in my living room. My wife was at work, and there's this room we would never go into because we felt that whole house was like an open portal. We were right next to this old hospital, and all these different things were in there. There's one room we knew was like something bad in there. Well, I felt the same feeling I had whenever that shadow person was around that night. And I look and I see the shadow, 7 foot tall, whatever, that, and almost like the Hat Man head, longer head. Like the head doesn't make sense because it's long. But in it, I saw this like reddish glow turn into a snarling face, which could be similar to a dogman. That's the only time I ever thought I saw the face of this thing.
That's what I was gonna say, Jason. I was like, I wonder if you saw Dogman, because like he feeds on fear.
So I'm saying Dogman might just be just one of its many faces, to get that out of you. Now, I felt like this, if this thing was in a way, but it's something that doesn't exist here physically. It needs our energy, so it's going to appear to us as whatever is going to get that fix to scare us. Just a theory. I don't know if that's true or not. That night, I don't know for sure if that was the same shadow person I had messed with, but it was the same feeling. I felt it came back because I was weakened. And I just said, "Get out of my house. Get out. You do not belong here. Get out." And I stood up, even though I was in so much pain because of body aches and shivers and chills. I stood up and stood in its face. I didn't go into the room, but I stood right at the door and I said, "You will get out of this house now." And it disappeared, and then I've never seen it since.
I've always been fascinated with the cryptos, like even Mothman, as far as him. But I hope I never see him. I don't want to. Nope. I don't even want to see Dogman anymore. But I have. People are saying don't do it. I know you guys are gonna tell me because you're my friends. You're gonna say don't do it. But I want to go walk the trail again. But this time I'm gonna prop some cameras and see if I can get any some evidence.
If my theory holds, you won't, because this is one of the main reasons the theory is when people go looking for it, they don't find it because they're not looking for it out of fear. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to get that sudden catch you off guard.
Oh, I see.
Because all these things are always people caught off guard. Not saying not to do it.
What if the whole time I do it? No, because no, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set it up with courage first, and then I'm going to treble out it with my tail between my legs, and maybe it'll.
They're going to know if you're really scared or not, though.
What you do is you bring somebody with it.
Scared.
You bring somebody with that's total fear factory, a sacrificial lamb.
That's my intuition just rang right over here. On this side of this, my ear just rang over here. It's like, yeah, I don't know if that's a good idea, Tyler.
He's got his little Tylers on his shoulders.
that I saw was we saw it initially, and it came at us, and I was like, I had one of those Surefire flashlights that like goes on a gun, super bright, you know, and I like reached in my pocket and I shined it on the thing, like, because I thought this thing's gonna come up and like smack us or something. I mean, it was just getting closer and closer, like walking with. I had a bad feeling and hit it with the light, gone. And we hung out, and we didn't just like haul ass all freaked out. We hung out for a while, and we were, you know.
See, I'm surprised I haven't seen a dog man, because I've had for years a reoccurring dream that usually involves a big black dog, demon dog kind of thing that comes after me. But I usually fight it off in the dream, like Superman or some crap like that.
And I think this was years ago before. I mean, I was attacked by 3 pit bulls one time walking home. I cleaned out a grease trap at a restaurant, and I spilled a little bit on my pant leg.
Oh, jeez.
That was pretty scary. But Dogman, that was like 3 dogs in one.
Yeah.
Hey, Rob, are you going to be doing a commercial break?
Yep, here in just a few minutes. Yep.
Okay, wasn't sure because I got to get more coffee.
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say when I saw this thing the first time initially, scared the crap out of us, hit it with the light, you know, it was gone. And immediately I'm thinking, am I just seeing things, you know? But I knew the other 2 people there, they both had this look of what the, you know, on their face. And so I know they saw it. And, you know, I start packing up all my gear and stuff, and like less than 5 minutes later, just a couple minutes later, I look up and here it comes again. And it got to a certain point and I hit it with the flashlight. And this time it wasn't there. It took off to the side, like it shot off to the right. And when it did, it affected the bushes, like the bushes and stuff like swayed.
Oh, wow. So
it was something. I don't know.
Well,
what
if my, the scary part of my theory,
experienced anything like that, any type of animal, cryptid, nothing.
The scary part of my theory, and I brought this up on Heather's show the other night too. The scary part of my theory is if there's some kind of entity out there that feeds off our fears and anxiety like this, takes on forms of monsters to get its kicks, or tortures us, or does whatever. Boy, it's a smorgasbord of anxiety and fear out there for them right now.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah, that's what makes me worry about it.
Yeah, and I have PTSD as it is. You know, just from life. When I sleep, I get terrorized when I sleep.
Yeah,
but sometimes it's messages.
This thing that I saw, it freaked me out, no doubt. But I mean, I've been back to that same graveyard 100 times since then. But don't think every time I walk in there, I know exactly where I saw that thing, and I always like it's there. It's in my head. I know what
you were traumatized,
you know. And I actually, the second time when it was coming towards us, I was videoing it with my video camera, but it's just all black. You don't see anything, but you can hear our reactions. Yeah, it was weird. But yeah, looking at that picture that we had up earlier, it reminds me of that for sure. Do I go to the graveyard solo? Aaron asks. Yeah, occasionally I do. I know it's not like the best thing to do, but yeah, I do.
I like solo graveyard
but
trips.
You know, I like going with somebody else just because if something like that does happen, you have somebody else there to verify that, you know, I'm not just tripping or hallucinating or something.
But also, if something happens, you know, you don't have to eliminate somebody. You don't have to be like, all right, did you do this? Did you breathe? Did you do, you know, it's like, you know exactly what your surroundings were. You know what you were doing, thinking, you know.
And always bring somebody who runs slower than you.
Yes, always.
Yeah.
Luckily, I had a trip for that moment. I would have kicked her over and get on the other side and let me drive.
Yeah.
Even though I didn't have my license at the time. Officer, I seen Dogman. Dogman?
Yeah.
You know anything about your road, sir? Yeah, I'm sure, and that's what's crazy about this story is that I'm not the only account of this, and like what's even also baffling, I think about stuff like I look at accidents a little differently. Like you can see squirrely marks like they locked wheels,
Like swerving, like they locked and swerved.
Oh, yeah, we got to go to commercial break here, I know, but I have a whole story on that with the shadow person too.
Nice.
Oh,
that
wow.
almost could have caused a car wreck. Me and my wife saw one, turned all the lights out, everything went black. Yeah, everything went black. We both were blind for like 30 seconds. And right before I saw the shadow person at this curved road, and at this road spot where it curved, a bunch of people had died. At least 3 car accidents of death.
Wow.
There.
When I can feel like somebody's attached to me and stuff, and I'm driving, and I'm always careful looking in my my rear view mirror, because I'm like, okay, if I see eyes or something, just don't jump. If there's eyes, don't jump, because I'm just afraid I'm going to look back and then like these creepy eyes are going to pop up and cause me to swerve and do all this. So I got to psych myself out. That's a huge phobia of mine.
And when you're going down Weary Road, you're looking between those trees and you're looking for those eyes, because like there's so many. You're like,
yeah.
Well, yeah, not when I'm driving in the rain on the freeway though.
All right,
man.
All right.
We're gonna hit the commercial break, 3 or 4 minutes, and we'll be right back. And we're gonna do some ghost boxing when we return.
An ice pack for my phone.
This is Jason Bland, host of Midwest Paranormal Presents Paranormal Soup, where we stream live as a webcast every Sunday night, 11 p.m. to 2 a.m. Eastern, with guests who will blow your mind. Live ghost box sessions where you can call into the show to see if the spirits will talk to you, and the world wide web of weird with the latest in paranormal news and evidence. We're bringing the weird every Sunday night, 11 p.m. to 2 a.m. Eastern on our Facebook page and YouTube channel. Don't forget to follow and subscribe.
Do you like rock and roll? Do you enjoy a good story? Wish You Were Here, A Rock Fantasy, is a book inspired by Badfinger. It will not only entertain you, but intrigue you. What's it about? While Thomas is searching for his bandmate and friend in heaven, he meets an old friend and famous new ones in his afterlife voyage. Reader's favorite hails Wish You Were Here, A Rock Fantasy as a whimsical, speculative novel by author Joyce Isaacson. Midwest Book Review said, Wish You Were Here, A Rock Fantasy is a book inspired by Badfinger. It's a quirky story by Joyce S. Isaacson. It is a unique, original, and deftly crafted metaphysical novel that showcases the author's genuine flair for character and narrative-driven entertainment that is simply riveting from first page to last. Now available on pennantpublication.com. Also available on Amazon in paperback and hardcover. Also on Kindle Unlimited. So check it out now. Wish You Were Here, A Rock Fantasy.
The night is alive. Join us and take a walk on the weird side when you tune in to The Kingdom of Nye, hosted by Heather Wade, the finest in late night talk. Listen live free weeknights starting at 9 p.m. Pacific time at thekingdomofnye.com, talkstreamlive.com, and the Paranormal Radio app. Wanna take a ride?
All right, we are back. And we're going to run the ghost box for a bit. I don't know if anybody was watching Jason last night. Well, listening, he was on Heather Wade's show last night, and they ran ghost box. And I know Jason's put a couple of videos up already from replies, but they got some pretty interesting replies. I've been listening to it. I was listening last night, and I heard some stuff live, and then I heard a lot more in the replay. So again, that's always another good reason to replay. And being that we're doing this and it's up on Facebook and YouTube, you guys can always go back and listen to it that way if you want. It's the editing part that drags us down when we have to edit it and put the words and stuff to it.
What's crazy is we can really get this thing going most of the nights too, man. This box is, there's so many cool things that you can do with it.
Yeah.
Get answers.
Yeah.
You're having a bad day, turn that on and spirits will either joke around with you or make you want to turn it off real fast.
Exactly. Yeah. I know when I run my ghost box, I have a tendency to hear really weird stuff come out of my box. So just a warning.
I love telling this story. I wasn't recording it. I wish I caught it. I downloaded one of Keith Weldon's apps. What's the Necro? Yeah.
Necrophonic.
Yep.
Necrophonic. That I downloaded that and yeah, I didn't want to go there. But anyways, because that's yeah. I plugged it up. I plugged it into my guitar amp and I turned some knobs and all of a sudden I heard Tyler finally. So what? You guys are waiting for me to build something?
Yeah, who knows?
Once everything starts flowing right, I will go to Guitar Center and I'm gonna go purchase some pedals that I've seen there. And I was talking to one of my friends. He's at the Guitar Center. He works there. I was like, yeah. This one, and this one I need for a ghost box. He said, ghost box? I said, yeah, when I put it together, I'll show you. And he's like, okay, I'm down.
Yeah. I'm getting mine going here, hopefully.
I'll put myself on mute for a little while.
So they're okay. So, does anybody want to play Parcheesi? Okay, who brought the dog?
Had to play it after talking about Dogman.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I think I heard it say something. And it I don't want to say it. I think I heard stoner.
Whatever you think it says, say it.
Right off the bat.
Whatever you think you hear.
All right. Everybody hear it okay right now?
Yeah.
Cool. Can the spirits hear us okay?
I heard yes, but who knows?
Who do we have here tonight with us?
Bob? Yeah. We never know which Bob it is. It's Bill.
Yeah.
He's got Bill. I got Bob. He's got a Bob. Yeah. We always have Bob show up. What's the phone line for people to call in? There we go.
There it is.
I heard us in there.
So yeah, if somebody wants to call in and ask a question, there's the phone number. And
that voice part always trips me out with the boxes.
and I just
Spirits have any messages for us here in the panel or in the chat room? The other night on Heather's show, when the things that came across, it said quarantine. I'm like, well, they're aware what's going on.
That was crazy.
You heard that? Yeah.
And it was pretty clear, too.
Yeah, we all heard that one. That was right on dot. People? Bad?
Sad.
Yeah, they can be.
Or bad,
Sad.
yeah.
So what messages do you have for us this evening?
Hello, spirits. What's up? Do you got anything you need to tell the world? Space. What's going on with humanity?
He's asking for some cocaine, I think. He needs some wind.
Some blow.
That's why they call it blow?
Sounds like my Uber drivers, my Uber passengers.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I can score anything.
Johnny Depp was in that movie.
Well, that was something interesting. We were asking for David Bowie.
Yeah, I was just getting ready to say.
Yeah, David Bowie, man.
Ulrich commented
We all can
on
be
my
heroes.
video on YouTube and got me thinking more about David Bowie and how kind of spiritual, metaphysical that dude was anyways. And he's got several songs that he did that are some of my favorites. And yeah, Ulrich said maybe we could get him on the Ghost Box. So is David Bowie out there somewhere?
You got a call?
No, not me.
Bowie? So what does he mean?
Bowie?
Hear that?
For you? Yeah, we're here. Is David Bowie there?
What's up, Bowie? Hey, what song should we play after the Ghost Box session?
None, because
On our own
YouTube
and
will shut
stuff.
us down.
Exactly. Unfortunately.
I'd pick Andy Warhol. That's a good song.
Yeah, we're asking if David Bowie can come through for us tonight.
See, all the celebrities are doing stuff like you can pay $10 and you can go into a raffle and be on a Kevin Hart movie.
I'll pay $10 not to see a Kevin Hart movie, but of course he was hilarious in Jumanji that I've had to watch first and second one like a billion times because my parents love that. Or my kids. I didn't say my parents. It's weird. Losing my mind right now.
At least Jack Black's in there too, and all the he makes it better. Hey Bowie, what do you miss most about being on Earth?
Nothing. Water.
I don't blame you.
Did you say haunted?
Huh. I gotta chill on that one.
Bowie, yeah. Why did Bowie want to play Tesla in the movie Prestige? Which, if you haven't seen Prestige, go see it. It's a great movie.
Yeah.
It was a Prestige, right? And we always forget the name of the movie.
I thought I heard Prestige after you said that, maybe.
Really?
We might have to go back and censor that one.
Howard Hughes had the same problem too.
Sure.
Putting their poop in jars.
Did you hear that? I still can't get the app. The only app crashing is Facebook.
Yep, we're all friends. Yep.
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 Does it again.
Yep. Nope.
Yeah, I like it. Yep.
Like King of the Hill.
That's what I was thinking of. The guy standing by the fence drinking beer. Yep. This is an tantalizing spirit box session. Yep. The spirits are really not talking tonight.
Exactly.
Yep.
Hey, how about this one? Someone called it out earlier.
Man who fell to earth.
And I do live in Oklahoma. Who's been locked up in Florida? Do you know who I'm talking about there, Rob? Carol Baskin did it.
Oh Jesus! See, I wouldn't know because I haven't watched the stupid documentary, and I met the guy. I don't know.
I never watched it either, but he was trying to run for governor here, and then president.
Yep.
When I met him a couple of years ago, shopping my store, he mentioned he was running for president. I'm like, oh. I made a joke with him, like, well, the choices I'm given, I might vote for you. Who knows?
Bring the Tigers into the White House, I guess. He took really good care of all that until he got taken away from him. He got that robbed. Yeah. He had at least like 50, 60 tigers.
Did she really feed her husband to a tiger?
Let's ask.
O.J. Simpson thinks so, according to a meme I saw. I don't know. I don't watch the damn show. I have no idea.
Feed her husband to the tiger. Yes or no, spirits?
No, we went more than yes or no. Give us a full explanation.
Like, I want to know, did she like cut him up, like dismember him, and then feed those parts like you would to like an alligator if you're trying, or like a crocodile if you're trying to get rid of a body, or like did she just let the tiger attack him and eat him? Was it like crime scene cleanup?
Did he die by tiger or something? Is that what I'm missing?
I have no idea.
Or did he disappear or something?
Oh yeah, he just disappeared off the face of the earth. No one knows where he went.
Oh, so they're assuming to cut him to a tiger.
Is that he is dead though.
Well, Belle Guinness, from where I'm from in LaPorte County, back in very early 1900s, she got rid of some of her victims by feeding them to her pigs.
Yeah.
Yep.
Maybe Carol Baskin's Belle Guinness reincarnated.
Maybe.
It's moved on from pigs to tigers.
Or is that moving up?
Yeah, the thing is, pigs will eat anything. They really will eat anything. That's a good way to go. A tiger will leave a tiger won't eat a whole body.
No,
they won't get rid of the whole body. They won't just like scarf it. That would take forever. The tiger would be sick.
Even crocs will like break and crunch the bones, but they don't eat all the bones, right?
A pig will. A pig will eat. You can chop somebody up and give it to a pig, and it'll be all gone.
But see, one thing I don't understand is that man hand fed
Trip.
those bit.
That is what I thought it said drip or trip.
Yeah, maybe it's Trip. I think it was Trip. Sorry.
What's up?
All right, let's listen to the. Get any callers? Anybody calling in? Come on, people. Let's talk to the spirits.
Yeah, they want to hear from you. Come on. I know they. It's 904-385-3985.
Stop us from talking about Tiger King.
Yeah, please.
Please.
Yeah. I don't think they want to hear.
I wish I
Spirits
could.
are like, no, we're tired of everybody talking about it.
I don't think I've seen any sessions. Have you? Of people doing sessions
Trying
about
to talk.
that subject? I'm not sure.
Look, all the chat says that said Trip.
Do you have a message for Trip? I'm gonna have to step away. I got a 4-year-old at the moment going nuts. I'll be back.
Does the spirits know what happened to me on Sunday? Last week Sunday? Mm-hmm.
She was like,
Were you protecting me? I sense some power.
Expert. In one thing.
Okay, Jennifer in the chat room wants to know if Kevin's around tonight again.
did you hear the voices like in the back?
I heard Kevin.
Bye.
I heard that just like that. Kevin. I always liked him coming on the show. He had so much knowledge.
Well, hey, he's still welcome to come on the show. One way or another.
Tyler, I heard dispel expert. What does that mean? Did it say Tyler dispel expert?
Yeah.
That's yeah.
Oh, hey, Sam.
Sam wants to know if her new house is haunted.
If not, it will be soon. She's a spirit magnet.
Someone calling in? Nobody? Spirits, who do you want to talk to? Who do you want to call in? Hey, Kevin, you there? Can you come through?
That almost sounded like something.
Because Kevin is a very strong energy with all you, so you know he's gonna be coming through. You can do it.
If you're here, Kevin, Jennifer wants us to tell you how much she loves you and misses you so much. She's listening right now. If you have something you'd like to say to her, it's a really good time right now.
I think I'm hearing my last name there again. 3 times. Oh, sorry.
It's like a lemon.
A lemon, yeah.
Is that what it whispered?
Yeah.
Is lemon significant at all, Jen?
Oh, is that was a? Did you hear the soft one? Trip. What about Pete?
What do I feel like they were saying, Pete, when you said Pete, or something that sounded like?
They calling for Hyde now?
Sorry, I'm just listening in.
I'm having to reinstall my Facebook app.
Yeah, call in, Debbie. They're calling you out by name. You should. I thought I heard Debbie after I said that too. Dealing with Liam's having the same stuff problems again, Jamie. Yeah. I looked at my phones when I heard that.
What's up? Is this Debbie?
Turn it up.
Hi, everybody.
Hey.
What's up?
I heard them say it went like Debbie Lee. like 4 things, and I'm like, holy crap! They just said my first and last name.
Yep.
They're calling you.
Okay, spirits, it's Debbie. What you got to say?
Spirits have a message for Debbie.
I was gonna say, don't get quiet on us now.
They're probably having to adjust spirit guides, like swap.
Yeah. You're up.
Heard it say Debbie.
Yeah, that I heard Smoley again.
Debbie right there too. Debbie.
Talk to him, Debbie.
Hello, spirits. How are you doing this evening? Does anybody there have any messages for that?
Who's me?
Dave.
I guess the one that wants to talk to Debbie.
Well, I do have a guide named Dave. I do. Yeah, but
I started to say
his
G.
name.
You said there's a Dave that's
Yeah.
passed on.
I think I heard more of Davey. I thought I heard Davey.
I thought I heard Dave, and then I heard when we were talking, it said Jamie.
Yeah, definitely had a Amy in it.
Is Dave here?
Dave's not here, man.
Something boyfriend?
That's boy.
Talk some more, Debbie.
Dave, if you're one of my guides, or if any of my guides are there, if you have some messages for me, I'm open to hearing them if you want to say them, or if anybody's there that wants to talk to anybody in the chat. We're here and we're listening.
I heard Dave, why would you spirit? Something like that. Just a second. Yeah, other people heard boyfriend. Dave, was Dave a boyfriend?
No,
No.
I had a friend. I had two friends named David. They go by Dave or David that have passed in the last like 4 or 5 years, but neither of them was ever a boyfriend.
Okay. We heard boyfriend in there earlier.
I think I ever had a boyfriend named David. Oh, well, when I was 16, I just remembered I did have one boyfriend named David when I was 16, but I don't know what happened to him.
Can Dave say his last name so we can confirm what Dave this is? Rodnick?
There's a Ronick Street away from me.
It sounded like Ronick, I just heard. Yeah.
Ronnoc, Ronick.
Street. It just said street. Did you hear that?
Yeah. Ooh,
What
I
about
got a
that street?
chill off of that. I got like
about that
I had to take
street?
a deep breath.
Dave.
Did you hear that? Go.
Does Dave have something to do with that street?
Well, my one friend, David Simmons, he's a musician, and I met him on Ronick Street through mutual friends of ours. I used to date this guy named Mike, and he and Mike were like best friends. So Mike was my boyfriend, but Dave was like his best friend, and I started hanging out with them, and we wrote songs together, and like I'd play keys, and Dave would play bass, and Mike would play guitar, and we'd write like songs.
And is this the Dave that's passed on?
Yeah. He passed away like 3 years ago now, I think, from lung cancer. And nobody knew he was sick. He didn't tell anybody he was sick. Nobody knew until he died.
Maybe he wanted to be your boyfriend.
I don't know. But it's weird because, like, I knew him when I was a baby because his family and my family went to the same church. So I knew him, like, all my life, but I didn't really hang out with him until I was, like, 17, up till I was, like, 30.
So, Dave, do we have the right Dave?
Did you say yes?
It sounded like it, yeah. A little delayed there, if it's the answer. Dave, can you tell us your last name?
Did it say Bishop? Did somebody hear that?
Didn't catch it. It's just reinstalled.
What's your message for Debbie, Dave?
Something's pulling off my energy, and whatever it is, you better slow down, please. Because I was feeling kind of a little woozy there.
What was Dave's last name? Well, no, don't say it. Never mind. Never mind. Don't say it.
Go ahead. Go ahead if you got. Just say it. So what's the name?
David. Yeah, we're talking about David. After the show, Debbie, make sure you message Rob with what the last name was. Don't say it on air.
Okay. It sounded like you said what?
Unless you hear it on air.
Yeah, if you hear it, let us know.
Sounded like that male voice just said it, but I'm not sure. I don't want to say it on air, but it sounded like it. So I'll tell.
Okay. Yeah, tell Rob later.
If you said your last name, Dave or David, can you try and say it again real clear so we can hear it?
Had her Anderson in there, but Mr. Anderson.
Mr. Prime Minister.
I'm making a Matrix reference.
I was making a Saturday Night Live reference.
Do you have you want me to pass on to your ex-wife or to anybody else that's still here? Yeah, this hit. But his ex-wife, my mom actually just got me gift certificates in December for her in years. But I'm gonna, as soon as the quarantine thing's lifted, I'm gonna go in and get these appointments my mom bought for me for Reiki and massage. And Dave's ex-wife's the one that's going to be doing it. That's who my mom purchased it from. And I just thought of that when I asked if he had any messages for her.
Uh-huh.
So maybe that's why he's coming through.
An acknowledgement,
Oh, okay. Jennifer has a cool question for after.
Is there any more messages for Debbie?
No. David?
Is this a David that's Debbie's friend?
long
A long
time.
time. Yeah.
Long time. Oh, holy crow. Oh my gosh. Well, Dave, if this is you, man, I miss you, and I send you so
That
much
was him.
love, and I hope that you're in the light in spirit. If you're not, you can always come to me, and I can help you.
Did you feel your energy getting pulled there, Debbie?
What's that?
Did you feel your energy get pulled when you had that question answered?
No, I don't normally have them pull on my energy because I keep up protections and stuff.
Yeah, not a good idea.
I mean, did you feel that? Did you feel anything for the confirmation? Like, kind of got like chills or anything like that? So I did.
Yeah, I get like a tingling in my crown chakra, and my legs have been tingling for like the last 10 minutes.
So there's confirmation right there.
I find it interesting. It named the street where you guys first met as a way of confirming it.
Oh, definitely.
That's great validation.
Places have a Ronick, RONNOC street. I mean, it's not like Smith.
I have no idea what that street is, but that's what I heard.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I didn't hear it on the box. When you said it, I was like, well, there's a Ronick Street 3 blocks north of me. And then I was like, wait a minute, that's where I met Dave. As a teenager. I met him first when I was a baby at the church. But when I got older and met him again and we became friends, it was on Ronick Street. And I had totally forgotten about that. So that was really cool.
Wow.
And I had forgotten that we wrote the song. We wrote the song called "Life Is Strange." It was like a goofy little song, but he and Mike and I wrote it one night. We were just sitting around drinking beer and just started playing and just wrote this song, and it just kind of hit me. I hadn't thought about that in years until Ronick Street, and then so it was a bunch of good memories just came flooding in. So thank you very much for letting me call in, guys.
That's awesome.
Fun.
All right, I'm gonna get off so somebody else can call in.
Cool. Thanks, Debbie.
Have a good night, Debbie.
Bye. Hi.
Bye. Hi.
Woo. I think it said bye, Debbie, too, on top of that.
Yeah.
I'll have to listen back right there.
Yeah.
That's weird. I just picked up that. I heard that, I was looking for a last name, but I heard that Ronick.
Yeah.
Go here.
Did it say don't have fear?
Jennifer would like to know if Kevin is still hanging out with us, if he's had a chance to make it to Area 51 yet.
Has Kevin made it to Area 51 yet to check it out?
Go.
There's a couple spots there. I don't know. Jennifer would be a better judge of this than me. I don't know what it's saying, but I don't know about Jennifer, but I thought I heard Kevin's voice.
We heard his voice a lot last week. It was really weird. I thought I heard it right there too, Jason.
Yeah, we know if anybody's going to want to come through and can do it, Kevin's going to be one.
And they said his name. His name
Kevin.
was said a lot.
They just said it. But it sounded like a woman going, Kevin.
Kevin, have you been to Area 51 yet? Have you got to visit anywhere cool that you guys have talked about?
She said she also heard his voice.
How about this one? Have you seen Bigfoot?
That
was
yes,
like,
there sounded
yeah,
like Kevin's.
yeah.
Yeah.
It almost sounded like you said yes.
Where's a good spot to go find Bigfoot there, Kevin? Can you give us a state? Do you think it would be a good idea to play the drums before Bigfoot, Kevin? That's what I want to do so bad. I want to like.
It sounded like.
Like what?
That's what I want to do. I want to play drums and see if Bigfoot can mimic on the trees.
If I remember right, Kevin saw Bigfoot in Wisconsin, Jennifer. He was on a road somewhere. If I remember, he told me. Was it Wisconsin? Where you live? I believe so.
Which Phillips is coming through here?
Yeah, Philip.
What's the last name, Philip?
That's right, Jefferson. Across the road in front of him. That's what Kevin saw. Yeah, I remember him telling me that on the show.
I heard Philip a couple minutes ago too.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I heard the name Rose a minute ago also, as Rihanna.
Sorry, I'm doing something right now. I'm still here.
We got you.
As long as I don't hear you like peeing in the toilet, we're good.
Okay.
Congressman that left the mic on.
Yeah.
Was it the box that just went, okay?
It was a city hall council member.
Yeah.
That was so funny. My mom turned it off at that point, though. She goes, I was starting to listen to it, but then that open mic, she says, I turned it off and then I fell asleep. Douche? I heard
Deuce?
shithead and then douche.
Or a deuce. He dropped the deuce.
Dropped a deuce.
Okay, spirits. If Sam's still here in the chat room, she wanted to know if Philip could say his last name, just for validation. Yeah, it's not just me that hears those words.
Yeah, Heather Wade, who doesn't
Oh,
allow any
Jason?
cussing, was like, "What do we do with the spirit box cusses?" I'm like, "Just ignore it.
Yeah.
Don't acknowledge it."
I thought I
What are you
heard
gonna say,
your.
Jamie?
I think I just heard your name.
Something 10th.
I heard your name, then I thought I heard Dirt.
It's weird that I had a question in my head that I was gonna ask,
Dave,
and it answered it before I asked it.
Yeah.
what was your question?
Was what was the date that David Bowie died, which was the 10th.
Oh,
And
so
I
that.
called it out.
That's funny.
I was just getting ready to ask it, and I'm like, shit, they just answered it before I could even say it. Yeah, I didn't even think maybe it was David Bowie that was coming through too.
Oh yeah, we forgot all about Dave. We're like, what Dave? We were calling on David Bowie.
Yeah, he's like, dude.
But it happened when it all did. It was when Debbie called in.
Exactly.
You know, that's when we started getting the Dave. So I thought it was related to her, and I still do.
I just spilled coffee everywhere.
Jennifer asks, "Will Kevin be with us when we go on the Bigfoot expedition this year?" I think she's talking about the Bigfoot expedition.
I still keep hearing Dave.
Mm-hmm.
Might have heard I could, but I'm not for sure.
Here.
What was that here? Who's here?
I think she's got like a list of people. Bob, Philip.
How long are you running the show for?
Got about another 5 minutes or so.
Oh gosh. Well, I got company. So.
Thanks for stopping
Dog's
by.
going off.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Bye, spirits. Thanks for letting me hang out.
Good times. Thanks
Good
for
times.
sharing your story.
Always. I look forward to talking more. I got some other crazy ghost stories.
Cool.
So, all right. See you guys another time.
Later.
All right, man. See ya, Tyler.
So the spirits have any last messages for us before we sign off of here?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, now's the time. One at a time. Okay, what's the last messages you have for us for tonight?
And then Jason, if you want to let everybody know about Sunday's show before we.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought I heard my name earlier, Lori. Yeah. Do you have messages for me? I heard Liam. Yeah. Liam's got a tummy ache right now. He's been holding his poop in. Anybody can help with a 4-year-old who doesn't want to poop on a toilet and has been holding it in and give himself tummy aches. I need advice.
He's doing his part to conserve toilet paper.
He's hurting.
There we go. All right, spirits, can you tell us goodbye? Good night.
Saying goodbye, spirits. Bye.
Bye, spirits.
All right. Good night, spirits. We will talk to you again soon.
So yeah, this Sunday, Paranormal Soup, returning guest. She hasn't been on in 3 years or more, maybe 4. She's an early guest I had. Is Joy Pugh, Dr. Joy Pugh. She wrote the Beguiled series, from Eden to Armageddon, Escaping Eden. Yeah, Escaping Eden to Armageddon. It's all about her experience with biblical prophecy and relating it to now. She's a really well-versed woman, and I'm looking forward to have her on. Even though she just lost her beloved pet cat, and I felt bad. I'm like, are you gonna be able to be on? She's like, yes.
Dr. Pew Pew Pew. Sorry, I had to do it.
Pew pew pew.
Oh, cool. Thanks everybody for being here, and we'll see you Sunday night on Paranormal Soup. Tune in. Same bat time, same bat channel.
11 p.m. Eastern to 2 a.m.
Cool. Talk to everybody later.